And we're back with full beers this time.
You were waiting for that.
It really was.
You literally waited for that.
Tom's been waiting to do that
That was
on camera
that was
so
the
that
worst
you all
tool
can
move
hear it, and I have
ever.
to try and fix it in editing.
You have to leave it.
It's too candid.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a loose cannon.
Please can't. So, Tom's here to tell us why we should give a shit. So,
Oh yeah, you forgot you were gonna do that.
because Tom is an interesting dude. He runs his own little toy business, right?
Yeah, so far so good.
And you even have your own T-shirt, and you're wearing it.
You should always wear your own shirt. Isn't that what they say?
And what's this shindig called?
Okay, so what I do, I named it. Okay, so at first I was like, I want to start hitting toy shows and do an eBay and do online and all this stuff. So I need to come up with a name. Well, I'm a big fan of space, so I started coming up with all this. Asteroid toys and like all this stuff.
That would have been
like,
a cool name.
right?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Toys.
So I'm like coming up with all this stuff, and like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a banner, like all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am a huge wrestling fan, and
Yes, I know that.
I was a wrestler for 8 years, and
I was gonna say you're
Sure,
not
some
just a
of the
wrestling
viewers
fan.
might
You're a wrestler.
I was a professional wrestler for 8 years.
And what was your
And
name?
Eli Thomas.
Eli Thomas.
Yes, the intimate warrior, the sextraterrestrial. I can keep going. Yeah, that was.
I wish I could have seen you wrestle.
An interesting time in my life, but anyway, so obviously big wrestling fan, big wrestling collector.
That's
So-
another episode.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of my stuff that I buy, sell, whatever was wrestling.
Yeah.
And I'm at a show, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? Like, I gotta think of something wrestling. I gotta change it or whatever. So I ended up coming up with Too Sweet Toys. Too Sweet being a throwback to the
Just
old
Too
Sweet being a throwback to the old WCW NWO days.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Those
that's
were
my,
good days.
Yeah, that's my favorite era. So obviously I ripped them off and stole the logo
you
too.
think they're gonna?
No.
Is there anything
Yeah.
about that?
Hopefully, we'll see.
I hope they
Hey,
do.
it'd be a great way to
Hey.
get some extra publicity.
Yeah,
huh?
I'll take the cease and desist.
Yes.
Have an autographed cease and desist letter would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be fucking cool.
Yeah, so I'll take it.
I
Reddit
would too.
publicity there.
Right?
I would too.
So,
I would too.
so decided, I wanted to start setting up at shows and go around and, kind of do that. No store, anything like that. As of right now, it's a lot of work.
So are you just doing online now?
Well,
Or
basically what this stemmed into was starting Toyhio, which is our toy show. I started with Rick from Time Capsule Toys. So we kind of got together, collabed
Hi,
a little
Ricky.
bit.
We're coming for you. Professor Boyfriend Schoolhouse.
So basically we got together because I felt like from the wrestling I knew, the advertising end, the marketing end. I knew a lot of people, all that stuff. But he was already setting up at toy shows by then, so he knows vendors. He knows how you pay, how you set stuff up, how you... I had no clue at all. But I just knew I wanted to do something. Like, I always wanted to do some sort of Comic-Con or, event like that, just of my own. I thought it would be cool, so...
It is cool.
Yeah, so
It is cool.
definitely we came up with that. It's been a crazy year. We had our first show July 29th of last year.
Mhm.
It was in
And how did that go?
it was in a small fire hall,
Oh.
like 28 tables. We had a couple hundred people through the door. It was free to get in. It was, just a cool little thing. People made money. People were happy. From there in November, we went down the street to a dance hall that was about twice as big. and had the same couple hundred people. That one we charged, made a couple bucks. That was pretty cool. And from there, it was like, all right, let's just go big, go for it, and all that. So our third show was actually at the Metroplex, which is, a pretty decent size building. Yeah. We had like 60 tables. We had 400, like right under 500 people come through the door.
Wow, so you put these shows on yourself?
Just him, yeah, me and him, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Really wild stuff.
Yeah.
I'm learning things here.
Which led to our last show in last month, in June.
It's
and
awesome.
We had 600 through the door, had 94 tables, and it was a pretty good time.
That's what I call expansion.
Yeah, especially the fact that our next one's not until February of next year, which is amazing.
You're probably itching at this point.
No.
You're waiting for it to
No,
happen.
the complete opposite. We did 4 shows in a year. That is way too fucking much.
That's a lot.
No, yeah, it's way even with the other ones
I don't
being...
realize that's a lot, but it's a lot.
And that's the other thing is like, oh, you sell toys. That's so fun. That's so cool. And it's like, no, I set up... I just did Youngstown Comic Con, so I set up for 5...
I saw you on the video.
Yeah. I set up for 5 hours on Friday. Got there at 7 or 8 in the morning on Saturday. Left about 6 at night. Got back there about 9 in the morning on Sunday. Left about 7. I mean, it's just like... you're putting in hours at a job. I mean, it's basically retail. You know what I mean? It's...
Yeah.
I mean, you
yeah.
You don't
I
have
know
to,
about retail.
You don't have to answer to anyone.
You're going to know about retail very soon.
I mean, you don't have to answer to anyone or anything, which is cool. But and you're
dealing with your own boss is nice.
And when you're dealing with toys, which is a lot of fun. But I mean, you're still, all those setups are yourself, all that hauling stuff, all that. It's a lot of work. I mean, everything that I did from all my stuff is still sitting in the hallway because I haven't put it away yet.
I mean, I've carried a lot of your stuff.
Yeah,
personally, so
it sits in the hallway until he decides.
I use Rarity Dustin.
Yeah.
yes, by choice though.
Well, if you ever need, publicity, you come see me. I'll have you on and you can talk about stuff. Maybe next time, you have something going on, we can kind of plan the episode ahead of time so that it airs right before, the show, so we know what's going on, when to be there, and then you can go.
Well,
and that'd be awesome.
Well, all I can do for this one is everyone that's listening, stop what you're doing, get a piece of paper, write down February 9th, Metroplex, 2019. $3 to get in. Toyhio Toy Show.
Excellent.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, honestly, a show before that would be nice, but I'm down to take a break.
Show up and take a trip down memory lane. I know that sounds so cliche, but just look at all the stuff that's there, guys. There's like, you're gonna find stuff you grew up with.
Okay, so what exactly do you specialize in then? Nostalgic toys like this that we've been talking about from our childhood?
I honestly, it's
anything.
I mean, yeah, the vintage stuff, the nostalgia stuff, that's definitely high on the list. But I mean, video games, board games, new toys. There's people with, Hot Wheels cars and Legos and the Funko Pops and all that madness, that phenomenon.
Yeah. Yeah, people do this thing where they go buy all the good ones, the exclusives, and then they go flip them and
sell
them for more.
All the people on my show,
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry to throw you.
So
sorry to throw you guys
everyone,
under the bus. Sorry to throw you guys under the bus. Sorry. No, I mean,
sometimes you gotta pay more for what you want.
I can see both aspects of it because I've been on both sides of it.
Yeah.
So I know that I've overpaid for stuff just because I wanted it, but at the same time, I know at stores I've never, sometimes you don't ever see anything, and
Yeah.
You know, you get a chance to get a crack at it. And it is what it is.
And you've been seeing success with this, obviously, because it's getting bigger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you foresee yourself getting your own store space someday?
I mean, it would be a dream, but
I know. It is a dream. I want my own record store someday.
Right?
Professor Boyfriend's Records. Ooh. That would be fucking cool.
You were just telling me about that place in Akron. Were you telling me about it, or was
I telling you about that?
I don't know. I have a really bad memory on it.
There's a place in Akron, apparently.
That stems back
There's
to
a place
to the
in
wrestling,
Akron.
to the wrestling stuff.
Too many blows to that.
No, really, no. But there's a place in Akron called Noise and Toys.
That was not me.
And it's literally a toy store record store. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Oh, that is cool. I would do like a toy store, or I would do like
Ides in
a
Pittsburgh.
record store slash
great.
coffee shop.
Yeah.
Or like, venue where you can have like bands play, or like, poetry readings, or any kind of readings really, or
psychic readings.
Psychic tarot readings.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I'm thinking.
Meter readings.
So I'm thinking, maybe, do you think that,
meter readings.
Stuff like what you guys are doing, with, what do you call it? Toyhio?
Yes,
Toyhio. Say that nice and loud so everybody hears it.
Toyhio.
Toyhio.
There it is.
Exactly. You should be on the commercial, the TV spot.
Super
superhero 90s voice.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Garbage.
But I'm thinking, so kind of out of the ashes of Toys R Us comes things like this.
There's always going to be another avenue.
You got your Toyhio thing going on, and then Ricky's got his store open now, Time Capsule, right? Mm-hmm. The exchange is selling these old stuff that we grew up with. Mm-hmm. Somewhat ridiculously overpriced, perhaps.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Every time I see a Super Nintendo game in the box, I just want to vomit at the price. $120 for Final Fantasy 2 or something.
Remember all the times when we were kids and we got those games and we ripped that box up and threw it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're
so excited to get it. You just rip it up.
How much it costs now for something like that? Maybe if I could go back in a DeLorean and tell my childlike self, don't do that.
Do you think
that would be something?
Do you think that's gonna mess our kids up though? At some point, like we're gonna teach our kids to like meticulously open boxes. So like perfection is gonna be like even more astute in the future.
Then nothing will be worth anything.
Right, like in the future, like there's gonna be so much perfection with opening boxes that like kids are gonna be like, there's a cat hair on that one. We can't sell that. It's insane.
I don't know.
I've seen people freak out about boxes.
Don't even
me
talk
too.
about
Yeah.
it.
I personally freak
I don't
out
give a shit.
about boxes.
It's a box.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna take it outside of the box. I mean,
yeah, but there's just keeping the
I don't know.
box.
Some things,
you know, it's
with
nice.
If we take our Funko Pops out of the box, then we have because we keep the boxes.
Oh yeah.
When we move, it's easier to do it.
Tom and I were talking about this a while ago. We were talking about taking exclusive figures that people cared so much about, and just for the heck of it, just
destroying them.
Yeah, that was our
office space.
Yeah, there's people that get paid like on revenue wise, like they'll get an iPhone and they'll think of different ways to destroy an iPhone and get paid based on that to destroy another iPhone and so forth. So we were like, oh man, let's take some of these like really expensive Funko Pops and just destroy them.
It would have been a good show.
It would have been great, and we never followed through with that. That hasn't happened yet.
We get like Wednesday Addams to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that'd be.
But it would make so many people mad.
On a really hot day, we'll take a giant magnifying glass.
Yes.
Straight through the box and everything. No, it's. No, it's so funny because I know so many of those guys that are, the box has to be pristine I'll admit it. I open everything. Every single thing I buy.
And I'm the opposite.
And there's people that get
and you make
so
fun of me
mad
for
about
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually open things too. I have
I'm
a few
talking.
things.
I'm talking to the
box
point.
still,
I know people that
but-
don't even open Transformers.
Oh, you can't not open a transformer.
You have to transform it.
You have to transform it
transform it.
once.
Yeah,
at
you have
least.
to transform it. That's the point.
Nope. They just
Oh
look
my
at the
gosh.
box.
Yeah,
You look at a
have to
Spider-Man in
transform
the
the
box, and that's
Transformer.
just a Spider-Man in the box. You look at a Transformer in the box,
You have to.
you could turn it into a goddamn tank.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Yeah. Or a plane.
Or a jet.
A
or
jet.
That's, I guess, the same thing.
A rat.
But like a rat. Yeah.
Yeah. Who doesn't want a rat?
Right? Yeah.
Transformer robot
It's a good one.
in disguise,
Yeah.
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. That's. Yeah. I don't know. It's. I have no problem. I want to enjoy my stuff. That's why I get it.
I think
Right.
I'm the only
well,
one.
that's there's a couple of different kinds of collectors, right? There's one who collects for the reason you just stated, and then there's the kind of person who collects because value.
Yeah.
They have to have it, and they can't touch it.
Yeah.
Like they have to dust it with a feather duster.
Right.
Like it's not theirs.
I've done that. It's amazing how many Lego sets collect dust. I don't know why, but they're like a magnet compared to any other collectible I have. But Lego sets are the worst. Thank you, Swiffer.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
Never.
No.
So, taking it back to Too Sweet Toys.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Okay. I did the whole thing, the whole rundown here, okay? Facebook, Too Sweet Toys. Instagram, Too Sweet Toys. Twitter, Too Sweet Toys.
Too Sweet Toys, everybody.
eBay, Too Sweet Toys. No, you gotta make it easy. I mean,
That's true.
if you're gonna do it, you gotta have all this, all the platforms and all that stuff now. Same with Toyhio. You want to do the whole rundown? Facebook, Toyhio Toy Show. Instagram, Toyhio Toy Show. Twitter, Toyhio Toy Show.
How do you spell that?
Yeah.
Toyhio. Okay?
You never know. People might try to do Toy Ohio.
I've had a lot of students
It's Toyhio.
who
It's all
probably
one
would
word.
ask this question several
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
And they'd look it up on Google and still want to know after the fact.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. The O is gone. The first O is gone, excuse me. But I'm even, we have a website, toyhiotoyshow.com now. And, just trying to do
And
the
has
whole thing.
the internet been helpful to you?
Yeah, because we just added to be able to contact us through it for tables, and we're getting a pretty good response on there. So
That's good.
yeah,
And social media has been a big help too. Right?
yeah,
Especially when
absolutely.
you're like a smaller business trying to build your empire.
right.
Right.
I mean, there's so many people that are in the toy community that, even after our fourth show, I'll mention it, and they've, they live down the street and they've never heard of it. I mean, it's just a part of advertising and business, and you can't reach every single person, but you got to try,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, it's really awesome what you've done, and
Trying.
what you continue to do, and I hope you're able to continue to do it, because we need guys like you, people like you who give a shit. Why should we give a shit? Because he gives a shit.
Yeah.
And part of what makes it cool, with what you're doing is because you're like us, right? You grew up with the same stuff that we did, and you were in the thick of it, and you know toys, and you love toys. You're just like me. You're an adult child.
Exactly.
Here I am, homage to Pee Wee Herman, right? Don't get me started on Pee Wee Herman. We could probably do a whole fucking episode on Pee Wee.
Yes.
I'm down for that.
And how Pee Wee's touched us.
You too. Jeffy's down for that.
But yeah, it's really honest and organic and I hope that I hope it continues to flourish.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have anywhere to go anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Our Toys R Us is dead. It's a dinosaur, extinct now. But although I hear that they just cloned some kind of sheep or something in an artificial womb, and I'm hearing all this stuff about bringing a species back from the past. So maybe there will be dinosaurs again. I don't know.
Nah.
But I digress. Because Toys R Us is a dinosaur. And I don't think it's obviously never going to be resurrected. So we have to do something to keep our childhood alive, and I think you found that.
Hopefully.
And I mean, you obviously love what you do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a really great thing, and that's a rare thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us go through life just going through the motions, just existing instead of living.
Yeah.
We don't want that for you guys. We don't want that for anybody. That's the whole point of being in this great country we live in. That you can do what you want and do what you love, and I mean within reason, I guess.
I mean,
for the most part, yeah.
That's the one thing I could say out of this is take a risk. I mean, we started in the beginning with our within our means. We didn't take out loans and all this stuff to do some big giant over the top thing. We started organic, and it's just
I've known you for years, and this is something that like it was almost like a graduation into what you are now.
Yeah.
And that's cool, and I appreciate that. It's awesome.
Yeah,
to see.
find
it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
That's kind of how this happened. This podcast thing happened. It fell into my lap.
Right time, right place, and it's
opportunity. I think that's the other thing, right? The opportunity part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see an opportunity, you take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
You run with it. You take the risk. And whatever.
Yeah.
It's either going to work or it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're going to make these things work as much as we can.
And even sometimes something will happen when it needs to, or when you really need it to.
Yeah.
Like I was saying about the wrestling thing, that's just I kept hurting my knees, and I have a pretty decent job, and all that stuff, and it just I don't want any of that to suffer, or my the home life, or any of the I still do the adult things, I try to at least
sometimes
be successful at that also.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you quit one thing, it was just like I need to do something else, and sometimes you can make it happen.
Like, hey, let's do this now.
Right, 100%.
Because if you don't take advantage of that opportunity, it's gonna pass you by.
Yeah.
And if you just sit there and do nothing, you're just brooding over it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta reinvent yourself, and you did that.
Yeah.
And that's fucking awesome. So thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, definitely.
I really appreciate you coming to talk about Two Sweet Toys and Toyhio. Check them out online. Hi there, Professor Boyfriend here. Did you like the video? We hope you did. If so, please like it and share it with everybody you know and spread the gospel of Professor Boyfriend. Please subscribe. We need to hit at least 100 subscribers in order to have our own personalized YouTube channel. And please also click the bell on YouTube to get those notifications. That way, you get updated on whenever we post new material. The Patreon link is right below on the screen. Copy and paste it in your browser. go to our Patreon and consider contributing. We would love that. Even if it's just $1 or $2. It really helps out. We would love you for it. Right, Pandu?